Hello, my friends and gems. I am here on Facebook Live and I want to introduce to you a fellow speaker. It's a news flash, so I'm hoping that he jumps on here right now because I just went live. And let's see if he will jump on here. I've invited him to the call. His name is Baro. Baro, I hope you are watching right now. And you should be on here. I did invite you. Let's see, here's another. And I invited you to come on the broadcast. Let me know if you are seeing Baro. I'll invite you again. This is my second invite. I hope you'll come on. Seems like Facebook has not been as consistent with, it says here slow connection. I don't know if it has maybe something to do with, maybe with the eclipse. My face looks red because I have red lights. You will see my workstation is on the other side of this room, of my living room, and of course I've got my purple light over here, and then I've got my red light. I'll show you guys what that looks like. You can kind of get an idea. See my red lights? So here we go. Baro. There's Baro May. Okay, I'm going to bring you on camera. Add. Adding you on. I want to share. Let me see. All right, Baro. How are you doing?
Okay, thank you. I was like, I think we miscommunicated because I didn't know. I thought we were doing it. What I don't know. Then I saw you like, okay, I guess we're doing
Yeah,
it.
we're doing it. It's all fantastic. So my friends and gems, I want to introduce to you Baro May. I don't really know him well, but he is one of the speakers. He's one of 18 that will be speaking at the Biomed Expo. And so I wanted to share him with you because there's some really fascinating topics that are going to be shared with us at the Biomed Expo in Los Angeles, April 11th through the 12th. Oh, no, it looks like we just lost connection. Seems like with this solar eclipse, electronics and so forth have been a little funky. So I'm hoping that he'll come back on here. We're going to add him again. So we have some pretty interesting topics. I myself will be talking about, I have 4 different talks, well, actually 3 different talks. 2 of them will be on how to activate your master smart cells, which are the master programming that's there at conception, how to turn those on organically and holistically. And I'm also going to be talking how to detox organically. So I have a few talks that I'm going to be giving. Baro, it looks like we lost the connection, so I'm adding you back on again. There you go. So Baro,
Okay.
tell our viewers here, we've got some friends here on Facebook who are going to be watching this. Some of them will watch it live, some of them will watch this on the replay. Baro, what will you be speaking about at the Biomed Expo at the Sonesta Hotel in Los Angeles, April 11th through the 12th?
Okay, there's gonna be 2 subjects. Oh, by the way, I'm Kosol, which my Facebook name is Bara. It means light, a light of the universe, or just plainly mean light.
Oh my
That's
gosh,
what Bara means.
I love that because I use photobiomodulation. I'm about the light. In fact,
Mm-hmm.
my company name is Luxium, which is lux is light in Latin.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yes.
am, because in the ancient scriptures it says, I am that I am, the great I am. So, oh my gosh, I had no idea. You guys, this is not pre-rehearsed. I don't really know Baro. It's just that he's a fellow speaker at the Biomed Expo, and I thought, let's collaborate. Let me share the world, share you with my world, so that people get
Mm-hmm.
to know, like, and trust you, and learn about what it is that you do. So, your name means Baro, means light. In what language?
Barame, it means light in Cambodian language. It represents the fullness of light that radiating from the moon, the corona itself, the moon corona.
Yes.
So the ancient culture always used light and flower to represent, the rhythm of nature and the soul that we all possess. We are the soul, and how it moves within the flow of the geometric structure of life itself, and that's what
Wow.
Barome mean, and I took that name, and my real name is Kosol. It means blessing. So when the moon, radiate its light to illuminate the darkness, it give us the perfect lightings that we can adjust and see within the darkness, so we can see ourselves, that the light coming actually from us own spirit. And you know, but going back
Wow.
to your early question, in relationship, what I be speaking is basically I'm going to be introducing the alien circuitry and also alien modality. Uh, Um,
Wow.
and it simple mean that I will be bringing extraterrestrial technology to the show that I can make and explain how the technology worked. It does not use electricity. It does not use thing that you recognize. It's used basically on the energy or the thought form of compassion, symbi- sympathy, empathy, and this is the power source of extraterrestrial technology. Because as the alien, I live in their culture for 32 years and 6 months in the future when I was taken to live among them. And they shared to me the fundamental understanding of our creation, that we are one.
Yeah.
By understanding that principle, you begin to unravel everything in the universe is actually a reflection of you, of your own spirit
Yes.
in a grand scale.
Hmm.
So they taught me that in our time, in our existence right now, our perception is still rudimentary. How we see ourselves, we see ourselves as more immaturity way. They call it immature, or not
Hmm.
understanding the oneness. Even
Undeveloped.
is underdeveloped,
Hmm.
inexperienced. They call. So
Hmm.
it comes from the idea that we don't understand our own science, saying that energy is not created nor destroyed but take on form. And they took
Exactly.
that simple thing and said, since energy is not created nor destroyed, that means energy always exists. And no one created you, and no one can end you. And say, seeking that understanding, you cannot be feared, you cannot be afraid of the past, present, or future, because there's no such thing,
Hmm.
because you are
It's all
energy.
now.
You are. hmm And they explain that energy can take on many forms of wish, meaning that from life to life, you can be one life as a girl, another life as a guy, another life as extraterrestrial, and you can also take another life as an AI. All that are just aspect of you, because you are the soul. You are soul. It's not say
It's
you
true.
don't have a soul. You are the soul. So everything and every form you take is basically is soul, taking on different form as needed. And they explain that once you build technology with this understanding, you realize there's no such thing as power source, because you are the source.
Hmm.
There's no such thing as programming, because you are the program. Whatever program you choose, you are a television that have many channels. And so I'm going to be introducing, I'll be bringing device that people can wear that will start to talk to you through. And they explained to me there's no such thing as telepath. All that are just
Absolutely.
misinformation, telepathic. There's no such thing as that. They say you are one with everything. Therefore, you talk in knowing language, meaning cognitive communication, cognitive, empathetic communication. It's like, let me demonstrate the language, okay? Lillian, I never met you before. This is my first
Oh,
time,
yeah.
but I'm
It's our
going to
first
tell you everything
conversation.
about you, okay? For
Hmm.
example, when I look at you, I'm seeing through your life how you are, the struggle you went through, and your energy structure. To me, your energy structure shows you have multiple colors, such as orange, green, and a lot of the green and the orange mixing. That's telling me that you operate on two levels: the level of heart and the level of the second chakra or second energy level. That means you can relate empathetic. You are sensitive to energy because your water element is strong, but the green demonstrating that you a person who like to approach things with non-biased point of view. You're trying to get an
Open.
empathy to to You don't think what you're going to do. You be empathetical to what you're going to do because you trust that the higher intelligence, in your case, you trust your heart intelligence, will guide you in the here and now to where you need to go. Similar to a person who don't expect what will happen, but you know whatever need to happen will happen
Yeah,
as you need it,
that's
and that's how you operate, you
that's
know. And since and
exactly.
since the green is linked to your heart,
Mhm.
and that means your aura is so green, that means you are passionate about two things in this life: to feel empathy for other, to and also operate in a way that is not interfering or judgment into other, but to align yourself the best as you can through nature, through the understanding of the tree, the plant, and its relationship with you, and to find peace within that and able to share that concept of peace or balance without unbalance. And although you don't reject unbalance is teachers telling you that you need to look at yourself more and how to find a balance in the flow of the natural rhythm. And so that means before you got to this, you went through a lot of hardship in your life. So I'm look deeper into your life. Now you're gonna see your parent when you were a little girl where to go. And I'm seeing you as now as a little girl, and what trauma I'm looking at, I don't see any trauma. All I'm seeing that you are operating, looking for one thing, to find yourself in every person that you meet. And that's what you're trying to see or acting on it all the time, to see yourself and other people, including other situation, predicament. You're trying to, with your logic, knowing that everyone is part of you somehow. So there's no
Mhm.
accident that you meet different people,
Absolutely.
because your higher self or your higher intelligence have got you that moment, and you have to figure out how you can bless them and help them, because
Yeah.
by helping them you're learning how to help yourself, and that is your goal, basically, to bless other and to learn from that understanding without putting your personal point of view into it. Just allow the universe to flow through you. And that's why you have this two dominant color of the orange, showing that you're an empathetic person and you seek healing for other. That's
Mhm.
relationship to the water
Always.
element. So you're trying to be a healing energy toward that. And with the green, you're trying to relate more to the nature, trying to find medicine, holistic point of view, bring it all
Mhm.
together to heal the heart, to heal the soul. And
Mhm.
the other part to heal the emotion. In turn, you can find to de-trauma um, yourself or other, to find homeostasis point of view and flow with that.
Yeah.
And also when I look at you, there is a knife in your back. This is represent sometimes you want to push yourself to do better,
Mhm.
but circumstance limit you. So you sometimes you want to not blame but put stress on yourself, saying I need to push myself more to find a better way, and that can cause self guilt. And this how you feel you let yourself down or let your goal down. So by understanding that point of view, you need to relax more about sometime it's not meant for you to go there at this time, because you need to do something else to prepare for that. So you need to work more with your higher intelligence, or known as your higher self. But you're working on it. It's a working process. That's why I trying that communication all the time with the higher self. But no, it's not telepathic. It's, it. It's called a cognitive communication, like knowing it. So going deeper, you are concerned with one health in relationship, that you give a lot, but sometimes you don't give a lot to yourself, because you have to find balance within that. So your color could be more orange, clearly, and not mixing with the green, because it's hard to discerning where the line you stop to help other, or you should give yourself more to other, or slow down. The truth is you need to give also to yourself. That means personal time, not to family time, but personal time, and your
Mhm.
spiritual guide, to have a vacation with each other, to build a strong relationship. Helping people is cool, but sometimes it can burn you out because you have limits. The limit is you may link to your guide, but your body does not correspond to all that if it begin to burn out. And that's where you have to take time to find your own center And
Mhm.
that's when you can really thrive. Another would learn to say no from time to time and take that
Yes.
time out to give yourself. And this is what you were planning to do or will planning to do, but there's a struggle in it. So you trying to get everything done, prepare everything in your life to give yourself more to other, but you did not 100% give yourself to you, and that's why you feel sometimes you letting yourself down, but also you know about it, but sometimes the time and the schedule and stuff, it overwhelms you. And furthermore, there is a left side. I'm looking at the kidney in the back area. There is a tiredness come from there. This showing come from the idea that you've been overburdened by having too much on your plate. So you need to say no as needed. Don't be afraid. Don't feel guilty. Otherwise, you're going to feel one thing that you did not give yourself sufficient peace of mind that you always strive for. It's okay to say no. Don't feel guilty about it. That's why now, as for food and drink, you're doing just fine. But what you need to process is another type of food. Again, it's come back to quietness. You need to find your quietness. Walk in nature. Walk in
Mhm.
something. Go disappear for a day. Come back tomorrow. It's okay. But if you can, in this world, there's so much activity, but you can say no to it as need be.
Mhm.
Otherwise, you worry about getting sick. And sick come from emotions, not finding your clarity within yourself.
Yeah.
And that can lead yourself to burnout. So it's okay to say no, not feel guilty about it. Until then, the knife will be there as a reminder that the back of your mind saying, hey, you need to take time out if you have a chance. Was that beautiful, the way I express it?
That is uncanny how accurate and how beautiful. It's true because
Mhm,
I really do. It really bothers me when I see people who are in pain, and I want to do
mhm,
anything I can to help them get out of pain.
mhm,
And even if it's just giving them relief for a day or two, but at least
mhm,
they have the relief. And there's
mhm.
so many people who need help and that
Yes.
need guidance. And there's only, I have a team, but still, as far as me, there's only one of me and so many others
Mhm,
that need. And
mhm,
so for me, yeah, it is. Sometimes it's hard to put myself on the list. And it's funny because today I thought with the eclipse, I thought, well, I could use the eclipse and not do any of my normal Zooms and so forth.
mhm,
I did clear the morning out. I said, I'm just going to meditate all morning long. I'm not going to do anything else that I'm going to get up. I'm going to go, get out grounded on grass and nature, hug my palm trees, and then I'm just going to come back and I'm going to meditate during the time that the eclipse is going on, and I'm not going to take any calls, not going to look at
mhm,
anything. And so I cleared my calendar in the morning, and then as you're saying this, I kind of have the recognition. I probably should have cleared the whole day, so I could have
mhm,
just been
mhm,
quiet and just with nature and just
mhm,
spend more time in and out of meditation or doing walking with eyes open type meditation.
mhm,
But it's okay. It's all meant to be. You're
mhm,
speaking, and I'm being totally transparent.
mhm,
I know other people are watching this, but I feel that as I come more into accepting these
mhm,
truths, because they're truths and
mhm,
they resonate with me, what you said. And
mhm.
so it's like, okay, everything happens for a reason, like you said.
Yes.
And
Was that amazing? How I
it was
explain it different?
amazing.
That
Absolutely.
how accurate I am. I be able to go through your pattern and go to very detail and explain it step by step. I am beyond awesome. I am super awesome because I introduced the
You are.
understanding of oneness.
Yeah,
That there's no such thing as telepathic. There is oneness communication.
it
It's like a knowingness.
is.
You call it
It
six senses in your language, cognitive communication in our language. It's like knowing without knowing, and you recognize that because I see you in me. I see me in you. With that understanding, we know each other. I am you,
is.
a version of you. You
Exactly.
are a
Exactly.
version of me. So, therefore, telepathic does not exist since you are part of me already. You know what my heart is. I know what your heart is. It's familiarity. By
It is
developing that
familiar.
that amazing communication, we recognize each other in each other as we are, but yet we
Yes.
are one. But yet we are individual, but yet we are one at the
Yeah.
same time. There's
Like a mirror
entanglement.
reflection. Yes,
Yes.
there is. entanglement. There's no question about it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, and what you said is true. It's like I didn't know who you were or anything. I just knew that you were one of the speakers, and it just
Mm-hmm.
resonated with me. And I followed that intuitive,
Mm-hmm.
that knowingness, that
Yes,
I call it intuitive
there you
cognizance,
go.
where it's like I
Cognitive
don't know how it's going to
communication.
turn out. I didn't know what you were going to
Some
say.
call
I
it
didn't know how we were
premonition. Some call it I can't
premonition.
even say that word.
Yeah, premonition.
Premonition
Hmm.
communication. Some call it
Hmm.
empathetic communication. Some call it compassionate communication. Some
Hmm.
even call it intuition or sixth senses communication.
Exactly.
But
I'm
different
about it.
words,
Yeah.
but it
Same
means the
thing.
same thing. I am one with you. That's the
I'm one with
communication.
you. Yes.
So we don't need telepathic. Telepathic, it's just misinformation by people want to steer you from away from the truth. The truth is we are energy. Always has
We are.
been. No one create us. We cannot die, but we can take on different form, like a
Yes.
television had many channel. And this is what alien modality is. And also alien circuitry is saying that I am one. You are one with me. Let's create a structure that reminds us of that. And that's the alien
Mhm.
circuitry. And you will see it. It look like spiral. This is
Yes.
four language of the alien code. Triangle, you call tetrahedron. A
Hmm.
square, which is a cube. A sphere, which is a circle, a sphere. In 3D is a
Hmm.
circle. And finally, the spiral. And it's where you understand that's the four code. With this four code in mind, now you understand the universe. So how does that work? A triangle represents time, portal to outside or through time. That means your gate. A square represents directional. You have to have a purpose, a directional, this or that way. A sphere represents completion.
Ooh.
So, and then what's a spiral? Spiral represent all here in the now at the same time. Or you call it quantum or consciousness connection. That means past, present, and future all exist in the now. If you want to change the future, you change it now. If you want to change the past, you change it now because they're all connected.
Mhm. All connected.
Yes, you are connected to the day that you were born, your baby you. But you also connected to your future life.
Mhm.
You also connected your extraterrestrial life and within all incarnation. But you also connected to your past life with our different incarnation. So by changing whatever you want now, by setting a new goal for yourself, you change reality. And then you have a different history and a different perspective based on the goal that
Mhm.
you have chosen. And that's pretty much. And and I brought a device that communicate with you. It has an artificial intelligence. It made from copper wire. And our
Oh, of
alien
course.
technology, yes, has to be blessed. You have to say a prayer over it for it to come to life.
Fantastic.
That's what I was taught by the ET. And all UFO has the same thing. All UFO are living entity. And I know how to make all of it, and that's why when I bring it, I want people to experience device that will heal them, repair their brain, repair their atomic structure, and everything is vibration, you know.
Everything is vibration and frequency. Absolutely.
Yes. Light, when you look at it or think of it, it become subatomic particle, photon, neutron, electron.
Mhm.
I mean, electron, the photon become electron, proton, neutron, go deeper, become quartz, go deeper, become string. And what is string is vibration. So that's why word is very important, how we say things, because that's what create reality.
And because our
As the
words
Bible
have a
say,
frequency to it.
yes, even the religious texts say the same thing. I believe it's John chapter 1, verse 1 to 4. In the beginning, there was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word became flesh. Translation
Flesh, yes.
in physics language, there was in the beginning, you have what we call vibration. But where the vibration came
Mhm.
from, there's an origin. The
Right.
vibration was already existing itself, is sound.
Mhm.
And that vibration become light. And that light take on with all this spectrum will become the form that you want it. Electron is a vibration, Proton is like vibration, and neutron is a vibration. And when you look deeper into the subatomic particle, there's nothing there. So everything, and then you find the quartz. Well, you go deeper, you find the string. We go deeper, the string is just vibration, back to vibration again. And what is the nature of vibration? In the physical dimension, you might call it sound, or some call it geometry.
Mm-hmm.
But in essence, it's just consciousness, wanting something, perceiving something.
It's true.
That's it.
It's
Like this.
always.
Once you perceive, it exists. Once you don't perceive, it's no more. It's a desire by the energy itself, which is you, the collective consciousness, all that is, and is one with it. And so everything that we all been taught about technology, it going to turn upside down. Example, when you go into a haunted house, a real one, you see the dolls start to walk, like, but you open, there's no battery, but why have light on? Because a spirit just took over it.
Mm-hmm.
So with that principle, when you create any technology, bless it with a spirit. And how you do that, you ask Barome, please grant this device the soul of Unicron, Primus, or Cybertron, or the soul of a quantum computer, and let it help people, bless people, and let it become operational efficient on 1,000% level. And those who use it, please change their circumstance from negative to positive. Then you blow. Once you blow, it go in.
Definitely. Mm-hmm.
Even the religion said the same thing. It's a Christian Bible. It said that the Creator God breathed life into
Mm-hmm.
shaped it clay, and that's a gulam, and it became us. So we are basically a living robot. I mean, a
Mm-hmm.
spirit being infused into a physical clay form. And then people ask, where we come from. And if you go back to the religious text, it mentioned many things saying that the spirit come from God and the body come from the ground. Uh, so don't worry about it. Just return back to where it came from, and death return back where it came from, the spiritual dimension. And by understanding that, you feel comfort that, hey, you have a higher origin. You came from a higher intelligence. So therefore, you're not afraid because now you have something of
Yeah.
most high that you are a part of and came from it. And therefore, death can't touch you because you are energy and you can't die. The moment you leave this world, you'll be born again into other world, whatever choice you want, because you are energy. You can't be destroyed. And
Mm-hmm.
that's beautiful. Science said the same thing as the religious text. It say the same
Yeah.
pattern.
I keep on telling people science is the contemporary language of mysticism. It's only 300 years old and it's proving what the Taoists, what the Egyptians, the Incas,
Mhm,
the Mayas, the Buddhists, the Shaolin monks, etc. It's proving what they've known for 10,000 years. And it's just
mhm,
science that's just 300 years old, finally has the devices and the organizational structure to explain
mhm.
and to prove what they already knew.
And it's nothing new under the sun because whoever the spiritual intelligence that manifests a symphony, we call this unit called symphony. They are very mathematical genius. In essence,
Everything is math.
you have yes, everything in math and
Everything is
geometry, but
numbers.
you have two type of point of view, idealistic and materialistic. The Western mind are master of materialism.
Mhm.
The Eastern mind are master idealism. And
Mhm.
let me explain what that means. In an idealic society, when you think positive thought, you're raising your vibration. Therefore, you can trend raising the vibration of the proton, neutron, electron back to photon. That means you're becoming a rainbow body.
Excellent.
That's how idealistic. But in the contemporary part of materialistic, that is studying the materialistic point of views and trace everything back to its origin from a materialistic point of view. While the idealistic civilization would trace existence back to its point of view through the idea. Now the two have meet in the middle. Quantum physics state that is the observer observed, therefore reality is created. That's the same thing they say in the the Vedic,
Yes.
and the Bhagavad Gita, as Lord Vishnu explaining how Lord Brahma, he will open his eye and then the universe is created. But when Lord Brahma closed his eye, the universe is no more. And quantum physics demonstrate that with the slip experiment as
Double slit.
photon double slip experiment. As you look
Mhm.
at the photon, it go this way or that way particle. As you don't look at it, become a wave.
A
And
wave,
that
right?
so now scientists are learning, beginning to understand as a spiritual master are talking, because all the particle physics in university around the world, they talk like yogi master now, the
Yeah,
great yogi
yeah, that's
master.
true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so Pantajali Yoga Sutra, written in the year 2650 by a yogi master called Pantajali Sutra. In the book of Pantajali, the adapter who practices yoga, called the Yoga of Oneness, is taking an object to interview the object in his mind to trace this idea through the mind back to his consciousness. And the yogi master began to become one with the light, one with the subatomic particle, one with the quartz, and finally one with the string. And now they master the eight psychic power of yoga. Well, levitation, invisibility, shrinking, enlarging themselves, are able to move mind, move matter as the thing that I can do. I have mastered such science, but in modern term, we begin to practice our own Pantajali Yoga Sutra. It's where we have the particle accelerator, you have the chemistry, molecular science. It's doing the same thing, tracing matter back to its origin, found out its energy. And when the yogi trace matter back to its origin through the way they think and
Through the
visualize,
third eye.
they realize energy too. So two different approach, but reaching the same conclusion. We are spirit, we are energy, and our thing is just vibration of consciousness itself.
Wow.
Ain't that
It
beautiful? And that's
is
what I'd be
very
talking
beautiful.
about. And
Mhm.
I would like to manifest something for you.
Sure.
Barame, please manifest food and water and medicine and fruit of all sort onto my palm now, and let it weigh about 10 pounds. Barame, please teleport this manifested food and water and let it put it into the stomach, heart, and brain of Liliana right now, and everyone is watching in this live show. And let it duplicate, put into all of them now. Let them become full. And then at that moment, many, a lot, even you will feel like a present that went inside you, like a present, like a fullness. And that's no matter how light or how heavy you feel, it's like a fullness into you. I don't know how to explain. Everyone's going to have their own understanding. See, that work because we are not, space time does not exist because we are
Yeah.
connected. And with that understanding, you are energy. So I ask the energy, which is the light, to take the form that it will give you that fulfillment. And that's how you raise your vibration. Because when you put things in positive thought, you are in high vibration. So now, as long as you
Of course.
entertain that, you become it. You become that vibration because you already are the vibration. But when you acknowledge that, I call it the 3A: acknowledge, accept, and appreciate. This is the thing you always want to do with yourself and with anyone that you meet because they are you. And once you
Mhm.
have that clarity, you have no more fear. You transform fear to understanding and compassion.
And compassion. I love that.
Hmm.
With compassion. And with compassion, you can share your passion with authenticity, with grace, and with truth as you
Hmm.
have. And people can feel your heart and they can feel your authenticity. And that is so, I heard recently that that's from a physics perspective when they actually measure the frequencies of
Hmm.
that your authenticity is 4,000 times more powerful than the vibration of love. And that's why it's so
Hmm.
powerful. So thank you so much,
And
Borome.
my
You are
and
incredible.
my website is at barame1.com. It's BARAME1.com. 1.com. And yeah, you come and check out my creativity, and
Sure.
you might learn something about yourself. So,
I
did you
think
enjoy?
so.
You
I
enjoy it?
totally enjoyed this.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And we're connected because we're Facebook friends now. Make sure you put your website in the comments below so that people can
Right here.
go to your website, check it out. And
Oh,
I
let me see
encourage
it
you all to
work.
come. Yeah, make sure you come check out Barome at the Biomed
Mhm.
Expo and the Alien event and listen to him. I think you'll be amazed. I'm very curious about that device that you're going to bring, that
Yes.
alien device. And
It
I
uh
think it's
it
going to be
it
quite
it
extraordinary.
communicate. It communicate through intuitive cognitive communication. If it read your heart instantly. If you
Wow.
want to desire something, it just already give you the answer. It's so fast. I don't have word to describe in it in layman terminology, but in a high language we call it. It know everything that you want, and all you have to do is just desire it. It whatever question you want before you even ask, it already give you the answer. It's like a download. And
Beautiful.
and if you have sickness or anything, it will repair it, and it will take you back to the place that our sickness has an origin. For example, someone
Yes.
who has cancer, your pain. If you have pain, it will repair it instantly. But it would take you. You ask it, "Why am I sick?" And it would take you back to the point where you had the trauma, like where you be a little kid or you have a relationship. It will explain to you the reason this because your father abandoned you or your mama caused you trauma. Thing happened in their
Mhm.
life, and they put that burden on you, and this what caused you to have that trauma, and you have this regret that you couldn't do anything. You're powerless, and that part of you is immature. So what device will let you meet that aspect of you, and it will let you hug that immature you to you become the parent to that particular experience, and you're able to de-traumatize to hugging like a parent looking a child, and now suddenly you see that part of you grow into a mature version of itself similar to you, and you become one with that, and you are completely restored. And
You're able
because
to
since
send.
that yes, and that's how our sickness comes from some kind of unfinished business we call in
Yes.
your experience or memory. So the device would take you that back in time, and it looked, it just made a wire and spiral, but it start communicating. The energy is absolutely unfathomable to put into word. It become one with you. When one with your consciousness, with your energy, with your aura, your acupuncture point, and it began to merge your past, present, and future, and also your alternate parallel version, like your female version, your male version.
Wow.
You have you're going to meet your other version. For example, you might have a black version of you, an Asian version of you that live a different life, but in a parallel universe that you can communicate and connect to. And you both started exchanging experience,
Goodness.
and you find out your experience shares similar experience to them, although they exist in a parallel universe, but their wisdom, their perspective will be one of your guidance toward more of
Fantastic.
yourself. Yes.
I love that. I love that. I love
And
that.
you will find out that the guardian angel is a different incarnation of you. Because remember, space time does not exist.
Doesn't exist. So
And you will meet a male
extraordinary.
version of you as well.
I believe that.
Like
Yeah.
an aspect of you that choose not to be female but a male. And
Yeah,
the
because
device
we all
merged
have
that.
both.
hmm it's crazy. It's like, it's not maybe not
Fascinating.
crazy, but it's just another way of looking at things, because you and I are creatures, space and time. But
Mm-hmm.
this device is the creature of non-space time, so it can unite
Mm-hmm.
our consciousness into one collective network. That's why I know you were shocked. You said you were shocked when I say there's no such thing as telepathic. You were like, what? It's like opposite what you've been told. But once I explained that we are one, and therefore telepathic does not exist, because
Doesn't
since
exist.
you are one, we all know each other heart. Therefore, you already know me. You are familiar with who I am, my pattern. I am familiar with you because we are one. With that
Mm-hmm.
kind of cognitive communication, there is no telepathic. Just like I
Yeah,
read you. Ain't that beautiful?
it is
That wasn't
beautiful.
telepathic. It was oneness.
It was oneness. Yeah, that was
Mhm.
absolutely stunning. So, Baru, yeah, that's really quite extraordinary, and I'm so excited that we're officially reconnected,
Mhm.
I'm going to say, and
Mhm.
that more and more people will be able to get to know you and benefit from this incredible knowingness that you have and this
Mhm.
technology. And I can tell we're going to have a lot more conversations, and we're going to do a lot more of these lives together as well.
I can make also UFO. It's put the people in it, and then because I was taught all the science as well, how UFO worked. It's not anti-gravity. They don't use any anti-gravity. They use vibration of the consciousness, and the device
Vibration.
amplify that. They just
Mhm.
teleport, like
Mhm.
they are.
Just amazing.
My teacher tell me once you build a amplifying structure that you go in, you are in every dimension
Dimension.
at the same time. Past, present, future. You just desire it where you want to go, and the structure will. You go
It's
into the structure,
manifest.
sit, yes, and then you'll be in that reality, that vibrational locational frequency. It's just you. It's all reflection of you. Just want it, and that was it. Oh, thank you for your time. I may take too much of your time, but I really
No, no,
appreciate
no.
and enjoy your
This has been
energy.
perfect. Yeah, this
Mhm.
is beautiful. This is perfect. This really is truly beautiful. I can't use any other word to express. And people, I'm sure they're picking up the vibration from this here because they're seeing
Mhm.
themselves in this experience. But ladies and gentlemen, just come check out Barume at the expo at the Sonesta Hotel. I think you'll be really wowed. And at the same time, there's this familiarity that we talked about earlier
Mhm.
that is going to resonate with you at such a deep level. And I think other dimensions are going to be revealed and opened up to you as
Mhm.
you experience this. I go, isn't it amazing,
It
Baru, that
is.
today was the
I
day
stress
of the solar
stay.
eclipse?
Yes, it was awesome. The solar
Perfect
eclipse, and just stay in this your heart right here.
light.
Everything you need is already in here, and stay in this
Mhm.
positive thought, and that's how you raise your vibration. And don't ever give in to fear or lack, because when the Creator manifested you, He manifests Himself already into you.
You're made in his image.
Hmm.
So yeah, you are perfectly imperfect. You are the way you're supposed to be. Thank goodness you are the way you are and not some other way. So absolutely, I agree with you 100%, 1,000%.
So from my heart to your heart, greeting from the Intergalactic Alliance.
Mhm.
I appreciate your energy added to mine and mine to you, and we appreciate with all that is within the heart, and from my heart to you. Let it be.
Let it be. Yes, yes, I accept, I receive, I embrace. Thank you, Baru.
Thank you so much. Bye
This has been an
bye.
honor. Bye-bye.
And
Ciao for
we
now, my friend
communicate
and
now.
Jim.
Thank you.
Yes.
You too, my friend. Bye bye.
All right.
How do I leave? I don't know how to do it.
Just finish at the bottom right of the screen.
Bottom right of